Hi, 5th grade. It's Mrs. Kioka with your flipped math lesson for today, 2-8. Today's objective is I can solve problems with multiple steps. So be prepared that today you're going to do more than one thing at a time. So here's our first problem to try together. Fiora wants to buy all the fruit on the sign. She has coupons for 35 cents off the apples and 45 cents off the cost of one watermelon. How much will she spend? So my important information here is on the sign I can see that the apples are $1.29 a pound, grapes are $3.29 a pound, bananas are 92 cents a pound, and then the watermelons are 2 for $5. I also know that Fiora wants to buy all of the fruit that's on the sign, and she has coupons for 35 cents off the apples and 45 cents off the cost of one watermelon. I have to figure out how much is she going to spend if she buys everything and uses her coupons. So what I've done is I have written out every single fruit and then the coupon. So first I wrote down the apples. You can see that right there, that they're $1.29, and she has a 35-cent off coupon. So she's going to subtract 35 cents from $1.29. Then we're going to add the cost of the grapes, $3.29. We'll add the cost of the bananas, 92 cents. And then the watermelon are $5 for 2 of them. So we'll have to divide the $5 divided by 2 to find out the cost of one, and then subtract the 45 cents to find the total. So after I figure those out, then I'll add them all up. So let's start with the first one, $1.29 minus 35 cents. So I've done that here. I wrote $1.29 minus 35 cents vertically. So 9 minus 5 is 4. And then I'm going to borrow. And I have 12 minus 3, and that will equal 9. So 94 cents. So the apples are going to equal $0.94. So I'm going to put that back there, $0.94. Okay, the second item, I guess I could put here, $0.94. The second item was the grapes, and those are $3.29, so I'll add those up. 12, carry the 1. So now I have $4.23. 4 plus 9 was 13, carry the 1, 9 plus 1 is 10, plus 2 more is 12, carry the 1, and then 3 plus 1 is 4. $4.23. So I'm going to add that to the price, $4.23. I'm going to add that to the price of the bananas. So $4.23 plus the price of the bananas. 3 plus 2 is 5. 2 plus 9 is 11. Bring down the decimal and carry the 1. 1 plus 4 is 5. So far it costs $5.15. Okay, so I'm going to put $5 and I forgot how much it was, 15 cents over here in the corner, because I have to figure out how much the watermelon is going to be. I know it's $5 for 2 of them, and she's only going to buy 1. So first I'm going to do this part of the problem, 5 divided by 2. So $5 divided by 2, I know that $5 divided by 2 is $2.50. What I could have done is $5 and then just divide it by 2 like that. I'm going to get $2.50. So one watermelon is going to cost $2.50, and I'm going to subtract the 45-cent coupon that Fiora has. So 0 has to borrow from the 5. 10 minus 5 is 5. 4 minus 4 is 0. Bring down my decimal, and then 2 minus nothing is 2. So now $2.05 for one watermelon plus $5.15. I'm going to add that together. 5 plus 5 is 10. Carry the 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. Bring down the decimal, and 2 plus 5 is 7. So $7.20 is what it looks like. And that will be the final cost. So she'll spend $7.20 on all that fruit. All right, your turn. We're going to do a multi-step problem. Landon wants 2 pounds of apples and 2 pounds of bananas. How much will his cost be? Okay, so he's going to want to get the apples and the bananas. Make sure you find the important information. Try to solve the problem. Pause the video while you're solving it. Okay, the important information here is that he wants 2 pounds of apples, he wants 2 pounds of bananas. We're trying to find out how much the total cost will be. Now, you could do $1.29 for the apples times 2, and that might be your first thing to try, but we haven't learned how to do multiplication yet with decimals. So I know that multiplication is the same as repeated addition, so I can add $1.29 plus $1.29 to find my answer. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to add up each 1 pound of the apples and then 2 pounds of the bananas and find out how much that is. So 9 plus 9 is 18. Carry the 1. 1 plus 2 is 3, and 3 plus 2 is 5. Bring down the decimal point. 1 plus 1 is 2. So the apples are going to cost $2.58 for 2 pounds. The bananas, I'm going to add them up. 2 plus 2 is 4. 9 plus 9 is 18. Bring down the decimal and carry the 1. And that ends up being $1.84. Now I add these two together. So I've got $2.58 plus $1.84. Add those together. 8 plus 4 is 12. Carry the 1. 1 plus 5 is 6. And 6 plus 8 is 14. Carry the 1. Bring down my decimal point. 1 plus 2 is 3. And 3 plus 1 is 4. So my total price, or total cost, is $4.42. Let's try another one. Number 2. Gavin has a $5 bill and a $10 bill. He spends $2.50 for a smoothie and $2 for a muffin. How much did Gavin spend? Find the important information, solve the problem. Remember, it has multiple steps. Okay, the important information here is that he's got a $5 bill and a $10 bill. He spends $2.50, so I know that's going to be take away, and then he spends $2 more for a muffin. So we're trying to figure out how much did Gavin spend altogether. Now, this problem says how much he has to begin with, but it's asking how much did he spend, not how much does he have left over. So you have to be careful to answer what the problem is asking you to do. It's not asking how much does he have left after he spends the money, but how much did he spend. So this information about how much he has, those are distractors, and we don't need that because we know he spends $2.50 for a smoothie and then $2 for a muffin. So he's spending the $2.50 and then he's spending $2 more. How much does he spend? He spends $4.50. That's how much he spends. Now, if it had asked us how much money does he have left over, then you would have to figure that out. You'd have to do the $5 plus $10, which would be $15, and then subtract $4.50 from that. But that didn't ask us to do that. So we have to be careful to answer just what it's telling us to answer. All right, we are finished for today. Good job. Bye-bye.